take a look at what is wrong with this airplane. I just paused the simulator to have a look at that landing gear position. What in the Now, this right here is the Boeing 747 Dreamlifter, one of the less popular airplanes for the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. At least it's not talked about very much. Yes, we're walking around the ground of Gibraltar Airport here next to the 747. That has... Oh god, what's wrong with the nose landing? Okay. You know, this is the second huge transporter airplane we have for the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I mean, in just last video, I talked about the Airbus Beluga, a truly magnificent airplane because it's based on the A330 by i9 builds, and it has very beautiful qualities. Let's turn on this airplane, turn on the external power. Yes. This plane, however, has a few issues, but I want to check out a little bit more. Can we find out what is the Dreamlifter like? What is on the first story right here below the cockpit? Let's go ahead and do a walk around here. It's a bit interesting how everything like spawns in as you move closer to the aircraft. It's great. Time to get the chocks removed. Come on, that's some good quality though. Atlas Air 747-400F. That is the operator Atlas Air Incorporated. Let's go remove the Pato cover right here. Having a stroke. Hello there, sir. What do you think of this beautiful airplane? Is that your natural hair color? All right, let's remove the engine covers right here, which does reveal engines. They are pretty all right modeled, but this is not as great as the A330 Beluga. Just the modeling, the texturing is okay, but it doesn't like blow you away or anything. Do you know what I mean? Although the landing gear is great, it's probably still one of the best 747 models in terms of texturing. Would you take a look at the stowaway space here in this landing gear bay? That's pretty impressive. We've got very good graphics here. We're even able to see hazardous area before entering power door area and wheel well check door handle in position. So stuff like that. We can even read this text here. Hydraulic systems. That's that. Oh, never mind. You know what? The modeling is great. Wow, that is insane. Being able to read all that. Servicing instruction, no idea. So yes, this is a lot. Let's go ahead and, you know, move into the cockpit, where I noticed quite a few interesting things. I haven't been able to open the door, which unlike the Airbus Beluga opens not in the front, but in the back. So here's, as you can see, this huge hinge. Yes, you can practically open the whole tail there. I have not been able to find a way to actually use that. Also, why is this yoke red? It might be red in real life. Okay, let's see how this airplane flies. Put on the battery here, and here's a very good rendition of the 747-400. Quite a new airplane for the Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've never had a 747-400. In fact, I wonder why didn't they make a normal 747-400 variant while they're at it? I mean, this cockpit doesn't look bad. It is a very worn 747 because these are mostly like, what, 15 to 25 years old now. And so, yes, this is quite a bit different to the 747-8 that we already have for the Flight Simulator and have had for years. I mean, look at this old FMC right here, which is broken. This plane actually still has a lot of issues. Compare that to the Airbus Beluga. This plane kind of sucks. Come on. 747 LCF, yeah. We can't use that at all. Absolutely broken, but look at this old flight management computer. You'd never be able to see that on a 747-8. So that, by the way, that is genuinely broken. Also, there is a texture missing here. And something that, once again, is quite annoying is our... we can't use this display. I was able to use it before. Come on. I'm unable to use this screen here. I'm really trying to open that door. This airplane really isn't that good of quality then. Oh, there's more bugs. More issue. Oh, there is ghost engines right here. Look at those. Can you see those ghost engines? This is broken too. All right, we're back with the Microsoft Broken Simulator. Oh, zooming in and out does a lot of interesting tricks here with this plane. Completely broken. That's great. Maybe try to spawn in somewhere else. All right, now Wellington Airport. Shut up. It's all fine. All right, let's take a look now. Is this cockpit fixed? All right, it is now. Here, all right, never mind, it isn't. So we can't even initialize a flight here. This thing, I've not been able to utilize this in any way anyway. It's completely broken. The rest of this works. This is a beautiful looking cockpit that actually does have some, you know, functionality to it as well. Yet, stop looking at, no! You would stop looking in disgust. Look, fire test. Doesn't really work because we cannot hear anything, I guess. Yeah, okay, maybe some of these switches are like fake usable. Like the printer test obviously doesn't test anything, doesn't work. And the circuit breakers don't work. I mean, for a default airplane, this is okay, but our inability to open the door really annoys me. Maybe here? No. No. Why are there some mirrors here for no reason? There's even mirrors here as well. Can we get outside the cockpit? What happens if we open the door? Oh, that spawns us outside. But what about this one? What about this? I want to see what's going on there in the cabin. All right, time to use the drone mode with which you can cheat through things. All right, take a look at this inside. Yes, it does have an interior. And the interior doesn't look bad whatsoever. Okay, there might be a floating piece right here. But this looks like it could unattach or something. Sadly, though, we don't have a cabin. This is what the cabin looks like. There is no cabin at all. In real life, it would look like this, but that's a bit of a shame. Come on, let's go ahead and attempt to take off now. You can do it. Finally go ahead and fly this. You kind of use this airplane. Flying this plane now. Whoa, hold on. 100. What the did we just rotate at 110 knots? Yes, I wanted to say flying this plane feels like buying a car where you cannot put any fuel in or something. That's probably a bad analogy, but take a look at what is wrong with this airplane. I just paused the simulator to have a look at that landing gear position. What in the This airplane was able to somewhat rotate it on its own at 110 knots. Let's maybe change the time of day so we can see better oh, now I can see better. That landing gear is awfully broken. Jesus, let's try to come in for a landing, which I hope will go well. All right, this might be genuinely the worst new aircraft we have for the Microsoft Flight Sim. And I've only tried 2. Okay, come on. Good. You know, interestingly enough, now that we have nothing on board of this airplane in terms of weight, it flies very, very well. It's got pretty good performance. That's something we've always figured about these kind of airplanes, like the Beluga. When they're empty, they weigh pretty much nothing, and they can fly around like a little bee without a single worry. Maybe that's the reason we were able to rotate 110 knots. Well, that's kind of weird to say from a 747. All right, and so let's come in for a landing with this very maneuverable airplane now. Oh my God, the flaps are broken. The animation is broken. Can you see that? Some part is not moving how it's supposed to be. Okay, that is fine. Shush. I don't need any pilot assistant. Can you see how beautifully I'm doing this? All right, let's go in for a landing. We're way too fast. The sounds are kind of trash. This sounds like a bit of a subway. All right, there we go. Trying to stop now. Full power. Uh-oh. Come on. Yes. The reverse thrust is stopping this airplane very, very nicely, although the flaps are broken and now the engine is kind of broken as well. That's great. Also, what is that on? Is that jizz on the wing? Or like lines of coke? No idea. This has been some great flying. We actually utilized the whole runway very nicely. Why is that right wing? What is that on there? Now, can we talk about the landing gear modeling right now, by the way? The LOD is absolutely broken. Textures are absolutely a mess. Maybe we can go back here to the... Look at that. What is going on there? Is that running on like shopping cart wheels? Also, this landing doesn't really impress me too much. What the So yeah, the outside texturing I think has a lot of potential if it just weren't broken. Like if you go close, the engine looks finer, but if you go away, you notice the engine isn't even around anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a performance thing. But other than that, the wings look great. Okay, the animation is broken. This is a great looking plane. It's a bit of a shame then that this airplane has absolutely no purpose. Or at least I cannot make any out of it. So now starting off this airplane, I tried to find the APU switch. And then I, figured this airplane does not have an APU. It doesn't need an APU because it operates at very few airports. And so it can always just use, ground power and ground bleed. But the problem is, I don't know how to set that up. We wouldn't have to do that here on this tablet. I got it to at least work. I mean, the screen works, but I can't initialize flight to actually get going or go to any of the systems pages. One thing I can calculate is performance takeoff, which doesn't work either because I cannot select an airport. Come on, no airport here. I cannot do anything. All completely hopeless. Maybe this is just a bug. Maybe the doors work. Maybe I'm just unable to use them. But this is definitely the most broken plane so far. The Airbus Beluga worked fine. When you zoom out, oh, look at that. What is that? So yeah, I hope they are able to fix this airplane in the future. Anyway, something I love with these kind of airplanes, especially when they're big and have a lot of surface to, receive crosswind, is throw crosswind at them. So let's do that right here. Open the weather tab. Yeah, and get a lot of crosswind going. We're landing at runway 10. We want the wind to come from this direction. Look at this. Now this airplane is on final approach. The engines finally work. I can't start them up on my own, nor does it let me initialize the flight from here. So this plane right now is useless. I'm not sure about the flight dynamics. This plane flies very well on crosswind. No worries whatsoever. We need more crosswind. 33 knots, something like that. All right, there's an airplane on the run, but there's actually 2 airplanes on the runway. We don't mind that. Look at this. All is fine. That was a great crosswind landing actually here. Okay. I would have expected this plane to do a lot worse on crosswind. Also, the runway textures kind of suck. I don't want to hate on Microsoft flights in 2024 the whole time, but the Dreamlifter definitely still needs some work. What is that kind of magic now, and what is going on here? At least the reverse thrust is able to reverse the plane down the runway, although the nose landing gear is definitely floating. It still is. No, it's done floating. Yeah, okay. And the nose landing gear is absolutely useless here as well. This probably once again is the worst MSFS2024 aircraft. Yeah, lots of people are having issues. What is this here? So yes, the Dreamlifter. I would love to do some proper test flying, but it's quite useless at the moment. But it's a bit of a shame because we've never had a really good Dreamlifter for any flight sim. So I hope in the next update or something they'll come up with a fix. This plane though has potential, that's for sure. I can't wait to review some of the more new aircraft in future videos. Hopefully they will work a little bit better. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters. Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijutsu Finder, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.